So a 46-year-old German catering worker, I don't even know what that is, named Torben K has been arrested for falsely portraying himself as a plastic surgeon and causing death by grievous bodily harm. That just doesn't sound good, right? But it gets worse. Gets worse. Torben, who lacked any medical credentials whatsoever, administered a silicone oil injection to an unnamed 32-year-old man's penis and scrotum in what they call a girth-inducing surgery, even though it's not a surgery. So the prosecutors explained that when he injected this silicone oil into this man's penis and scrotum, it got into his bloodstream and immediately causing a blood affection that then went to his liver and his kidneys and caused both to shut down. This man went into the hospital in the ICU, lived a couple of days, and then ended up dying, right? So these injections, what they do is it's caused granuloma, which is when they put these silicone injections, which have been used for a long time to like apparently add girth to your dong, it like the reaction builds up this hard layer that goes around your schlong. I don't know why they shot it in his balls. Makes no sense. But it like goes around the schlong and it makes it thicker, right? Well, they've outlawed this in many countries because this is just like there's so many side effects and weird stuff that happens. Yeah. But this guy, I did this last week. What do you tell, like, if this guy had like family members, can we like fabricate the story and not say that I went out by a guy who's a caterer stabbing my penis with silicone oil so that I'll have a girthy? Come on, man. What is happening? What's happening?
I love if he was like, I was at this wedding and they had this cucumber display and the guy was like, hey,
gave me an idea.
Get something bigger than that, And he's like, how? And he's like, just let me shoot you up in my van in the alley. You know what I mean? Like, that's insanity.
Trust me, I'm a surgeon. This works. No, dude, he's the guy that's serving the darn what do they call those little gherkins? He's serving gherkins. Yeah, and he's telling you he's going to give you a cucumber. Come on, cuz.
Bro, I would love if he was in the bathroom, right? And they were both at the urinal, and the dude looked over. Like he looked over and he saw the caterer. He's like, "Whoa, buddy, wow!" And he's like, "Oh yeah, I did this myself. I injected this thing, like, hey, I could do it to you too. I'm a surgeon." And then
what it does is it causes granuloma. It makes this hardening around your thing. And I'm like, wow, that sounds like it's like this guy has like medical terms and yeah, let's go.
Where is this at, Steve? Where was this at?
But it happened. He's a German guy, and the guy who had it happen was also a German fella, but it wasn't in Germany. It was somewhere else. They're at somewhere in Europe, only in Europe. But I know that it's outlawed in the UK. This is like the oldest form. Budapest. This is the oldest form of like, I guess, thickening your hog. For lack of a better term, but this is their thing. I don't know. So a lot of places outlaw because they know that like infection comes, and then immediately what they do is they accidentally hit something that goes in your bloodstream, and next thing you know, your liver and kidneys go. I know your dong sticker, but we quit. We quit. So good luck with that thick dong in your casket.
Yeah, we're not processing silicone, pal. Sorry. Wow.
And I don't want a needle like touching it or anything, dude. You know what I mean? Like, dude, everybody wishes they were packing like a little bit more,
Of course.
But I don't need like a tube of window caulk like squeezed in there to make me.
Here's the big question I had. Why in the balls? Why in the balls? Yeah. Most guys, when they get older, we're older fellers. I'm like, you know what? I wish my balls didn't hang to my damn knees because all they do is when I was a younger feller, they were shorter and tighter. As you get older, gravity does its thing, and then bad boys just start to hang, and they're always in the way and banging into stuff, and there's a pain in the butt. I don't understand why he would want his testicles to be larger. It makes no sense to me.
Dude, maybe he vapes a lot. Did you hear? Like if he now they said no, I'm dead serious. Now they're saying vaping will like shrink your testes and mess with your testosterone and all that stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, the big thing that Rogan had a scientist come on Rogan's show before and talked about the microplastics that are in all like foods and in the air, and everybody's ingesting them in fish and everything. And what they've learned is that over the last 1,000 years, our taints are becoming smaller. So your balls are becoming closer to your butthole, and that's a direct effect for reproduction. So that's why more men are like sterile, and because of the microplastics, and it was wild. But the outcome we got, and that obviously Rogan's a comedian, the outtake they got was that everyone's taint is shrinking, so your nuts are getting closer and closer to your
Could you imagine if
butthole.
it was going the other way?
Yeah, not good. Not good. Not good, Matt. Not good.
I'm just saying, like, if it got to like really long in between there, like that'd be
Where my
awkward.
dong's on my belly button and my
Yeah.
butthole's on my lower back. I'm like,
Oh my
what the hell?
Yeah, yeah. It looked like a car tire under there. Brutal. Yeah. Nice. Good stuff, Steve. Good stuff. Let's keep it moving.